Hi, Lisa Vento Nielsen here from The Next Step. I'm making a video today to replace one that I already had on my blog and also to kind of put more depth and detail into it. I finally upgraded my equipment and have a little bit of a better view and video creation arm. I'm using Nomi, which I know I'm kind of mentioning that a lot, but I really think it's changing my life in terms of being able to make videos on the fly, in terms of giving updates and sharing knowledge. It can't be beat. And then when I do have time, when I'm not pulling my 3 or 4 different activities or jobs, I can use my home studio like this to make videos. So for today, I really wanted to talk about the blog post where I mentioned about having good communication skills and how just being a good communicator can set you apart head and shoulders above any competition for any job. And I wanted to talk about it more in detail. I give insights in my blog about what you can do to actually work on your communication skills. So I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, I want to bring up my own personal story. For me, having the ability to communicate, both in writing as well as in presenting, as well as in teaching, has been a huge linch point in everything that I do. It basically is so much a part of any success I had in corporate America, in any ability I have to stand in front of a group of students to teach or a group of people to present to, especially now that my entrepreneurial pursuits are becoming so much more and there's so much more of a focus in terms of me getting out there and meeting with a lot of people. I'm giving back to the community tonight. I'm actually going to be doing my first presentation on how to use career skills, how to get to the next step, and I'm doing that at a local charity tonight. And then next week I start my college readiness seminar where I'm actually going to be talking at a local high school about how to be ready for college. So these are things that are definitely stuff that I know a lot about, but because I'm comfortable with getting up and speaking to them, it becomes a way for me to build my business, to build my reputation, and also to give back to the community. So I'm super excited about it, but I also recognize and realize that if I wasn't comfortable with giving a presentation, with pitching the presentation to begin with, I wouldn't be doing this as I am as an entrepreneur. So I think it's really important for those of you who are out there and are thinking about taking your next step, or perhaps you've lost your position and you need to find a new one, or you know your position is going away and you need to strategize as to where you want to go, or even if you're absolutely great in your position and you're super excited to be there every day, you still need to work on these soft skills. So having the ability to communicate, so much of what we do today is spent on our technology. We're doing so much from our desks alone. Some of us work remotely. We don't even see other people, which is hard in and of itself. But we really need to continue to work on these soft skills. So certain ways that I said that we could do that is in terms of public speaking. Just get out there. Just do it. At a big meeting, think about something that you have to add and do it. Speak. See what happens. Move forward from there. Think about joining a Toastmasters. Think about going back to your old school and speaking to students. A lot of professors, like me, would love to have former alumni come in and talk about, well, this is what I learned and this is where I wound up. And a lot of times you'll be surprised. You might know someone who's teaching who'll have you come up, even if you didn't go to that school, hint, hint, me, to talk about something that has to do with somewhat with the curriculum. You could offer to go up to your old high school and talk about the college that you went to. You would be surprised at how many public speaking events you can kind of sign yourself up for. And I'm not going to lie to you, no matter how many you do, you're still going to be nervous. It's part of life. Every time I get up there to give a presentation, every time I get up there to present, to talk about my company or to pitch something, every time I think to myself, what was I thinking? But then I just go for it and I do it and it winds up being awesome, or sometimes it's not. But no matter what, you don't dwell on the negative, you learn from it and you move on. So that's why having someone like me in your corner can totally push you for that and get you going. Another thing you could do is practice your writing skills. Think about opening up a blog or using blogging on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a post that you could create and you could write stuff and you could share it and you could see what happens. I mean, I can guarantee you, you might hear back, but you might not hear anything. But as you go on, and if you commit to it, to maybe writing something once a month about your industry or something that is you're passionate about or you know about. And keep in mind, don't be sharing any company secrets. But if you have something that you're passionate about, you want to share that, using LinkedIn as a pulse point to share a post would be awesome. Or creating your own blog, or just working on creating something that will be shared. Maybe you could post it on a page on LinkedIn, or maybe you could look into publishing it if it has something to do with a particular industry. You really don't know. But if you keep trying and working on those skill sets and getting stuff out there, you might very well be noticed. And a big article I just read was about the top 9 things that headhunters look for, or people that are job agents looking to hire people. And the biggest thing that they look at is LinkedIn. So if you can have an awesome LinkedIn profile, which, not to mention, one of my products is improving your LinkedIn profile beyond belief. But if you can have an awesome LinkedIn profile and be using it to share content, you'd be surprised. You might wind up finding your next step organically without even looking for it. Something to keep in mind. So again, combining your communication abilities, put the phone down, be focused in the moment. Try to engage people in conversations on the small scale in a meeting. Think about getting up in front of a group of people and giving a presentation. Look into how you could share your content, or think about what content you have to share, and really focus on these soft communication skills, which can really diversify you when you look for your next step. For more awesome advice and information from me, please follow me on any of my social media channels. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I have my blog that I update every weekday, and I also do stuff on LinkedIn. So I really look forward to helping you take your next step. Keep in mind, communication is a key, and in March, when I do my seminars on how to take your next step, I'm going to be talking about media, being media ready, being communication ready, and all those different things that tie together. So perhaps you can hire me directly in March at Wagner College Office for Lifelong Learning to learn how to take your next step. Happy hunting, and thanks for watching.